Hey Susan, how's it going? This is Eddie with Wakanda Solar powered by SunPower. Just want to make this quick video just to kind of explain everything you're looking at here. If you've never looked into solar before, it's pretty simple. It's just another option for your power in comparison to who you're paying right now, which is Ameren. So the way it worked on your house was a little different than most, since you have some shading on your actual house. So we were going to do a ground mounted system since you actually have the space for it. There's a ton of different options of where we can put this system on the ground in your yard. I think for this one, I just put it right behind that very back shed in your house, in your yard, right to the south of that. But again, this is just all preliminary design, so you can switch up the location of that to wherever kind of works better for you. But quickly just going through this, so the way the Earn with Energy program works is all those long-term savings that you would typically get with solar over 20, 25 years. SunPower realized that a lot of people need help right now, not necessarily like 10 years down the road. So this program just allows you to take a portion of those long-term savings and have part of it upfront. Anywhere from $2,000 to $5,000, sometimes a little more. And I think you qualified for the upper part of that. So you qualified for $5,097. Again, that's just your upfront incentive. You can get that in a check or in cash, whatever is convenient for you upon install. Then below this video that you're watching right here is your actual SunPower proposal. So pretty simple, since we're doing the ground mounted system. You would just need 32 of these 400 watt panels, and that gets you up to 104% energy offset. That just means that you produce 4% more power than you used in the last year. Again, we're going off of kind of averages here. We haven't gotten your actual usage. So if you're curious what your actual specific numbers look like, then just respond saying that you kind of want to know what the next steps are. The next page just shows the finances of everything. Very simple. Right now you're paying Ameren on average $219 every month. And of course that's more, that's less some months. It just kind of averages out to around $219. And they've been raising their rates quite a bit this year, which is, I would assume, is why part of the reason you're looking at this. And then with SunPower, so this says that you're still going to get a bill from Ameren for $11 even after you go solar. So that's something a lot of people leave out. You still get charged from the utility company, and it's that connection fee that's on the back of your bill. If you want to know exactly where that is, I can help you find it. But that's roughly $11, and that's a fixed connection fee that you would still pay to Ameren after you went solar. Then your solar payment, which you would pay to SunPower, which replaces your Ameren bill, is $206. If you add 206 plus 11, you get 217. So that would be your total cost for power every month, and that's pretty much what you're paying right now. The benefit to you is that the solar bill won't go up. So you can see it escalates 0% annually for 20 years. So it's a fixed bill. You don't have to worry about anyone raising their rates on you for the next 20 years. You're locked in at that. It's kind of like if someone came up to you 20 years ago when the price of gas was like $1 a gallon and told you they could lock it in at $1 a gallon for the next 20 years. If you did that, you would have saved quite a bit of money. Kind of the same concept. And then moving on to the next slide here, this just shows the month-to-month production and usage. So the orange bars are how much power your solar panels would produce. And you can see that in the summer months, you're going to be producing more than you use, and vice versa. In the winter, you're going to be producing less than your home uses. That's okay, because all that excess power that you produce in the summertime actually gets pushed onto the grid and stored in the form of credits, so that at nighttime or in the winter months when you don't produce enough, you can pull from those extra credits that you've stored up free of charge. That's a program called net metering. It goes away at the end of next year. However, you do get grandfathered into it for everyone that went solar before that. And that's really nice, because then we don't have to purchase batteries to go with our systems here in Illinois, which is a huge cost savings. Right below that, you're still going to get the benefit of the long-term savings too. It's just now you get that upfront cash incentive to help now. So it shows that you'd save $24,000 over the next 20 years. And that's just the difference between what you would have paid Ameren and what you're paying for solar. This next page just shows that in bar graph form. Same thing, and then if you click this button here, you can open up this entire PDF here and download it so it's easier to view for you. And below that, just a few options to ask any questions and just kind of get everything answered. So you can click on this FAQ right here. This will bring you to the homepage of the Wakanda Solar website. Again, to clarify, the Wakanda Solar website is something that my partner and I, Dayron, we made. We work at SunPower. We just wanted to make this informational website to make it easier for homeowners to do research, because we know a lot of the information regarding solar in Illinois is a lot of the truth gets stretched and it's kind of hard to find true information. So I recommend you go here and do step number 2, and do the background research on these 4 different categories. It's really fast. If you want to, you can just watch these quick 1-minute videos that we made to summarize everything, but going through and learning about the company that you're working with, SunPower, the state incentive, which is the Illinois Shines program, that's the thing that covers the upfront costs, so there's nothing out of pocket you'd have to pay to go solar. The next thing is the net metering program that I mentioned, where those credits roll over. And the final thing is just kind of learning what's going on with ComEd, with Ameren, with the main utility providers here in Illinois. Then below that, you have all of our contact information. You have this phone number right here will get directed to my partner and I's cell phones, and the email is here. You can reach out with any questions you have. We know that a lot of people want to look into solar, but they don't necessarily want to schedule a meeting with a salesman, which is like the only way you can do it nowadays. But if you do want to schedule a meeting with us, we still have that as an option. If you have a lot of questions and you feel like you'd rather learn about this through talking to one of us, you can click here and schedule something, and we can set up a meeting to answer anything you have. Otherwise, if everything's kind of making sense and you just kind of want to see what the next steps are, that solar looks pretty good on your house. Right now we just have a preliminary design, so the next steps would just be really seeing if the project is feasible for you guys, which would be a site survey, and that's when SunPower Techs would come out, do a survey of your property, and basically see if that ground-mounted system is feasible, and then we would move from there. So just respond to the email saying that you want to know what the next steps are if that's where you're at. Otherwise, reach out with any questions. But I hope you have a good rest of your day, Susan.